Welcome to PRV Iyer Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to PRV Iyer Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Hope you practiced your furrents in the last class, what I taught, the different varieties, and hope you had revised the previous lessons as well. Let's start with the two-liner of Tirukkural in the praise of rain today, and to begin on a good note, and then we can continue our lessons. Nedum kadalum than neermai kuntrum tadindazhili thaan nalgadagividen. What is the meaning of it? மேகமானது கடல் நீரை கொண்டு மீண்டும் கடலில் மழையாக பெய்யாவிட்டால் மிகப்பெரிய கடலும் தன் இயல்பில் குறைந்து போகும். So what it means in English is, if rain doesn't show mercy and if rain is not sufficient, even the ocean feels depleted. And that's the fact. And that's the importance of rain. The ocean also glory, it will look with all its glory if it rains sufficiently. So let's pray rain God always, we'll remember rain God, and let's do our Sanatana Dharma continuously so that we get rain in right proportions and people are happy, the farmers are happy. With this good note, let's get into more lessons for today. I'm going to teach you a few more furrents which are very important for your hands to get a more grip onto your instrument, as you have now almost covered a lot of basics. You have understood the basic notations. I'm going to introduce you more phrases now today. Tadhum kita taka taka thari kita taka. Thalong kita taka taka thari kita taka. This is the way you have to express. Let's look at the positional form. Tadhum kita taka. Taka rikita taka. Now it's so easy because I taught you ta dum. You know about it. Kita taka, when I say, you know, kita taka, you know the positions. Now it's easier. The more you get ingrained into the lessons and the notations, I don't have to go and physically teach you 1, 4, 3, 2, or all those things are not required as you grow more in your lessons. So I'm going to go with only the notations which you can quickly translate by yourself. Thadum kita taka taka thari kita taka. When I say thadum, look the notation for plate. Kita taka, you know the notation. Taka thari kita taka, you know the notation. So once when you do the cross referencing, you will be able to translate and play it very easily. The form you should get when you play. Again, there's another form, nakatari tari taka. Namta kita kita taka is a positional. This is another form you can play 4 times. One with takatari kita taka, another with namta kita kita taka. You can play 2 forms. Talong kita taka takatari kita taka. Talong taku tiku taki taki. Taka thari kita taka. Same, you can repeat with namta kita kita taka. So these are another 2 different furrents to your kitty. Now, I'm going to introduce you another 4 to 6 more for today so that you can practice from all the furrents together, and when you play, it's going to be wonderful when you get to right flow and the right technique. Let's look at Tit Tangeta Taka Tari Keta Taka. Tit thong kita taka tari kita taka. Thith, it's again a new notation I'm introducing today. Tha and dhi together. That's again dhi, tha and dhi. What are all the combined strokes you have learned now so far? Dhum and nam together. Dhum and dhim together. And in dhimi kita, I introduced dhum and tha together. Now I'm introducing dhum and dhi to tha and dhi together. Okay? This is again another combined stroke you're learning today. Dhit, thong kita taka tari kita taka. Dhi, thong kita is chap thaki. That is the position. Okay? Dhit is a new notation introduced, which is a combination of tha and dhi together. Thong kita, chap thaki. Taka tari kita taka. That's the combination. When I apply the dith, it should be together, it should sound little force, you should enforce that so that you demarcate and show that you're beginning that phrase. Next, talang kita taka taka tari kita taka. Tharidum. Tha chapu dhum. Kita taka taka tari kita taka, which is a known phrase. Tit thong kita taka tari kita taka. Takadum thong kita taka tari kita taka. Takadum thong kita taka tari kita taka is the way you express. The positional form is tharidum kita taka taka tari kita taka. Tha chapu dhum. Tharidum. Taridum. You just familiarize how to play this taridum. Then kita taka, it's a known phrase to you. Taka tari kita taka is a known phrase to you. Now you have to combine it. Taridum, takadum, thong kita taka tari kita taka. Takadum, thong kita, chapu thaki. That is another form. You can play takadum tarikita taka, takadum thongita taka tarikita taka. Tarikita, when you are playing, you play the skita taka form. Takadum thongkita, when you play, thongkita is nothing but chapu thaki. That is the combination. Tharidum is tha chapu dhum. That is another foreign. So, whenever I teach you a foreign, you always think of Tom and Jerry, Jekyll and Hyde, Ramu and Somu, like that. When you can't play a phrase separately. Without a friend, life is boring. Similarly, any pattern, whenever you practice, go with your friend. Say, for example, Dit tang kita taka tari kita taka, takadum tong kita taka tari kita can be your friend. You take your friend along with that phrase. Then only it will be very healthier. You can't practice separately. Don't separate any two. That's why I always give you a puzzle game. You play with different phrases. Otherwise, you will tend to play only with small. You'll be in a small circle. The more the vocabulary you have, it's something like it's so integrated. Isn't it philosophical here? I want to touch this topic here. So it shows your personality when you play with different vowels. Likewise, when you go out, you should mix with different people. It's the reflection of your art into the real life. That's the beauty of it. When you learn art, you're becoming a full person. So with that note, so you always practice foreigns as two combinations. Tit tang kita taka tari kita taka, takadum tang kita taka tari kita taka can be a friend. You can play together, group it together. Tatum kita taka tari kita taka, talong kita taka tari kita taka can be a friend. Those two are friends. So you group and then you will be able to relate very quickly. My friend is there. My friend is there. Then you play with the four as a jugalbandi alternatively. So with this, I'm going to introduce two more foreigns, which is Thari dum kita taka taka tari kita taka. Thari dum kita taka. Tha chop dum dum. That's the first part. Kita taka taka tari kita taka is a known phrase to you. It's is known phrase to you. So when you play together, that is the phrase. Dum ketataka tong gitataka dari ketataka. Talangada ketataka dari ketataka. Ketataka tong gitataka dari ketataka. I am expressing like that. Talangada ketataka dari ketataka. Ketataka tong gitataka dari ketataka. That's how you have to express. The first, the talangada ketataka dari ketataka, how you play it is tari dum dum kitataka taka dari ketataka. Ketataka tong kitataka dari ketataka is the expressive term. How you have to play dum ki ta ta. Dum ki ta ta. That is the position. Ketataka. Ketataka. Dum ki ta ta. Dum ki ta ta. Ketataka. Dum ki ta ta. Ketataka. Related. Ketataka. Dum ki ta ta. Dum ki ta ta. Ketataka. Dum ki ta. Ketataka. Thong kita. That's the second part, which is chap thaki. Tong kita, tong kita, chop taki, chop taki, chop taki, like that. That's the position. Kita taka tong kita, taka tari kita taka. That is, again, you know about it. So kita taka tong kita taka tari kita taka is a combination of dumki tha tha. That's the first part. Chop taki, second part. Taka tari kita taka, you know. Tha tha, chap tha, kitataka. That's how you have to play. Now you are playing alone. We have to play with your friend. When you play with your friend, it gives you a larger phrase to play. So, like that it is on. So what are all the combinations is possible now? Now again, instead of takatari kitataka, you can easily replace with namta kita kitataka, nakatari tari kita. That phrase you can replace, and you can form more lessons. With same set of lessons you can play with those set of phrases. I'm going to introduce a couple of more farans also for your benefit, which is tari dum dum kitataka takatari kitataka. Dundunana kita taka taka tari kita taka. Dundunana kita taka taka tari kita taka. Tari dundun kita taka taka tari. It gives an emphasis. It gives a stress on the dum. How to use your dum more frequently. Because normally for a right hander, as I told you, the left is not as familiar as your right hand. Because you write, you eat everything. You're habitually a right hander finds it difficult to use the same frequency as left hand. When you learn the art, that's how you improve. As you keep practicing, your left also gets as more coordinated with your right hand. That's the beauty of this learning an art. So here, to get your left hand more familiar, these exercises are very good. Kitta dum dum kitta taka taka tari kitta taka. When you look at it, so many movements are here interluding with your right hand. Kitta dum dum kitta taka taka tari kitta taka. You get your hand movement dum and ta. It keeps moving. So that familiarity you get. Then dum dum nam nam kitta taka taka tari kitta taka. Dum dum nam nam taku tiku taka tari kitta taka. So when you're playing with a friend, Tom and Jerry, or Jekyll and Hyde, or Romo and Somo. Kitadundu Kitataka Takatari Kitataka, Dundana Kitataka Takatari Kitataka, Kitadundu Kitataka Takatari Kitataka, Dundana Kitataka Takataka. It has a more symmetry. So you have to play with these two friends. Like that you should get. So, how many phrases you have learnt? For us is now, there's a lot of kitty, lot of phrases you've got, and we have got, so you've got to practice now. It's now time for you to assimilate, practice, and get the grip of all the lessons. The first number one, thong kita taka, tari kita taka, thom kita taka, tari kita taka, takatari kita taka. The same lesson with namta kita kita taka, when you play, that becomes lesson number 2. Then we saw thari kita taka, tari kita taka, tari kita taka, tari kita taka, takatari kita taka. The same lesson with namta kita kita taka becomes another lesson. Thari kita taka, tari kita taka by itself has got 4 different forms. What are all the different forms? Namta ki tata ki, namta ki tata ki, namta ki tata ki, namta ki tata ki. The first form, namta ki tata ki, tata ki tata ki, namta ki tata ki, tata ki tata ki. Second form, tata ki, namta ki, tata ki, namta ki, tata ki, namta ki, tata ki, namta ki. Third form, tata ki, namta ki, namta ki, namta ki, tata ki, namta ki, namta ki, namta ki. Fourth form. All these 4 forms, all with takadari kitataka, all with namta kitataka, makes it about 8 lessons for you. You have to practice. Don't confuse when you practice one lesson with other lesson. Don't interlude. You have to practice. When you take one phrase, it should be consistent. You have to play 4 times together the same way. You can't keep deviating on playing different phrases. You will tend to lose your fingering position. That's the 2 masterpieces of Farans I introduced. Tattum kitataka takatari kitataka, talonna kitataka takatari kitataka. Tattum kitataka takatari kitataka, talong kitataka takatari kitataka. These are 2 friends. Taddum kitataka takatari kitataka, talong kitataka takatari kitataka. They are, you should play like friends. Tha dhum kitataka takatari kitataka is a positional. Tha chapudum, talanta, talong. Talong is a typical word. Talong, takutiku, takatari kitataka. It's a combination of talong, takutiku, takatari kitataka. That's the lesson. Tattum kitataka takatari kitataka, talong kitataka takatari kitataka. That is the lesson. That's the combination. The third set of Farans what you learn. Dhit thang kitataka tari kitataka, takadom thang kitataka tari kitataka. I introduced a combined stroke which is tha and di together. Again, when I say combined, you already learned dum plus nam, dum plus dim, and now I have introduced dum plus tha when you play the dhimi, and I am introducing you tha plus di together, which is that. That dit thang kitataka, dit. It's called dit. The dit is tha and di together, dit. Thang kitataka tari kitataka, dit. Thang kitataka tari kitataka. Thang kita is chap taki. Dit is a combined stroke. Dit thong kitataka tari kitataka, takadum thong kitataka tari kitataka. Tak takadum, ta chapudum, thong kita, chapu taki, ta takadum, ta chapudum, thong kita, chapu taki. That's a combination. Ta chapudum, chapu taki. You should play right. You can't deviate. Takadum, when you play, it ends with dum. Then you play with, starts with chapu. Then takatari kitataka. Like that. Tit tang kitataka tari kitataka, takadum tang kitataka. That's again a combination. Talangita kitataka, takatari kitataka, kitataka tang kitataka tari kitataka. That is the next set of friends. Thari dum dum kitataka. Kitataka tong kita. Dumki tha, dumki, that's a tricky. Dumki tha. You get this and this. Ri taki. Tham kita, chap taki. Takatari kitataka is a known phrase. So when you play together, it should be sounding right. If you look just don't play the lesson without in the same position. Do man tha. There should be an alternation. Alternation of your hand should be there consistently. Wherever the position goes, you should play right. The last one. Kittadundo kittataka takatari kittataka tudunada kittataka takatari kittataka. Here the combination is kitta dum dum, kittataka, takatari kittataka, dum dum num num. It's a reverberating sound. Twice you are playing. Kittataka is nothing but though I express like that, you play notationally, in your positionally, it's takutiku. Dum dum num num takutiku. You can't say dum dum num num takutiku takata. It's very difficult to express. So you have to choose a word which you can express it nicely. That's again and again keep repeating. These are the set of phonons you've learned, which is quite vast. Again with Namta Kitakitaka, the lessons are boundless. You keep practicing. I'll teach you how to improvise these lessons in the next class, and we'll go with more set of lessons. Let's end this class with a classic Thirukural. Sirappodu Poosane Selladu Vaanam Varakkumal Vaanurkum Eendu மழை பெய்யாது போனால் தேவர்களுக்காக இவ்வுலகில் மக்கள் செய்யப்படும் திருவிழாக்களோடு கூடிய நாள் வழிபாடும் நடைபெறாது. What does it mean? If rain is not blessing us on the right interval, and I know even you can't worship the deity because there is no rain. It's not possible because water is so essential to everyday life. So with that thought, let's meet in the next class. Cheers.